another video. So I'm pretty excited today. I got an email last month from one of my subscribers giving me permission to come out here to Arvada, Colorado at his 1940s farmhouse. He said that so apparently the guy who lived here originally was a really interesting guy. He was a farmer. This is 10 acres, by the way. Supposedly he used to hide jars of coins around the property, and also his wife actually lost her wedding ring somewhere on the property. She would wander around the property and stuff, and when she got older, so she lost her ring somewhere out here. Hopefully we could find some of this stuff. Everything that I find, of course, I'm going to leave here for the homeowner. I'm going to leave everything here for him. And if anybody else has any permissions, of course, just send me an email, and I can do the same thing for you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look around the property, and I'll show you some of the key locations I'm going to be looking at today. So the first spot I want to check out is around this water spigot here. Back in the 40s, and I don't know when they tore it down, but there used to be a barn and a lean-to and stuff back here with horses. So this is one area of interest. Maybe around this tree for sure. I mean, this tree is probably 50 years old. So, I mean, you can tell that the ground hasn't been disturbed too much. We should be able to get some targets around here if we're lucky. As you can see here, the driveway and stuff has been, there's been gravel put down and everything. And apparently there's a lot of trash around as well. So that's something to look for. There's another spot around the other side of the house we'll check out. Here on the north side of the house, there's another older tree right here. And there used to be a garden around here somewhere. Maybe over there, I'm not exactly sure. But we're gonna swing around as much of this area as possible. There's some older trees right over there. And yeah, it should make an interesting video. Thanks again to the subscriber for giving me permission to come out here. Really appreciate it, man. Very first target, it's just a big old nut here. Pretty neat. The ground's super dry, so it's kind of impossible to dig a plug, but I'm gonna do my best to keep it as tidy as possible here. But yeah, there's our first target. You can see right here, this is looks like a cornerstone, part of a foundation here. Probably one of the old barns. Right here I got a hit, it was a 16. And I dug this piece out here. It looks like a piece of old lumber, maybe an old piece of furniture even, maybe. But yeah, this was ringing up as a 16. It's an old nail here, old roofing nail looks like. So yeah, I think we're gonna find lots of those. I'm using the Equinox 800 today. We'll see how we can do with this. If not, I also have the AT Pro. I know I could pick up coins a lot quicker with the AT Pro. Maybe we'll switch. All right, so just in this little spot right here, I yanked out 4 nails. They were ringing up as a 16. And so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nails and things. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the AT Pro, just because, not that the AT Pro is any better or worse, it's just that I'm more used to the AT Pro as far as discriminating out nails and things. So I'm gonna put this Equinox 800 back, and we'll get the different detector and try that one out. All right, we got the AT Pro now. We're gonna run in Coins Pro mode. I'm gonna turn the sensitivity all the way up. And my first decent signal, about 2 inches down. It's way bigger than a quarter. I bet it's a can. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a big piece of brass, actually. Okay. Right here, down deep, looks like we have a good target, but I think it's going to be mixed with a lot of nails and trash and things. So let's dig until we find it. So I was just walking back to my car to grab my shovel here, and I saw this sticking out of the ground. That's a cool old pocket knife right there. Probably from the 50s or 60s. That's awesome. Cool, surface find. All There we go, an old file. It's actually not that old. You can see it still has some paint on it right there. Got a file. All right, we finally got a half decent signal right here. Right about there. That was giving off a really good signal. Just a little piece of aluminum. Man, I thought that was going to be a coin. All right, let's keep going. I think we'll head up to that garden pretty soon up in the front of the house. All right, we finally found something pretty interesting here. Looks like we got a fork. Plated silver. Definitely an older fork though. That's cool. It was right here. So I mean, we're gonna find stuff. We just gotta take it slow. We got a lot of land to cover. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get everything, but as you can see around, it's a pretty big area. I'm still back in the field here. Pretty cool find so far. Let's keep going. Could be a bottle cap, but it's the first solid nice signal I've gotten so far. Oh, looks like we got a coin. Oh, it's a dime. I thought it was an Indian head penny for a second. 1978, our first coin of the property. First good signal, first coin. Here's a signal, but it's in the 60s. By the way, I changed it to Pro Zero mode. That way, it'll pick up gold rings that way. If I'm lucky. You never know, man. Can slaw out here. There's still another signal in here though. Nah, that was just a trash signal. This one was ringing up as a nickel, and it's not. So I've been back here in the farm area, in the field here for probably a half hour. I found one coin, a whole bunch of nails and stuff, and a couple of these things. So let's go around front. Maybe we can get lucky, or maybe we can find some older coins and stuff. All right, so before I go around front to the garden, I wanted to check this spot right here with this old dead, looks like a cottonwood tree. And yeah, we'll swing the detector around here. Maybe we'll get lucky and find something. There's also this structure here. Solid signal right there. Ward's Lakeside Quality ball bearing. That's pretty cool. It's an old plate from some machinery. Ringing up really nice, and it's got material attached to it, and it's metal, and I'm not sure what it is. It looks like possibly an old, like a large decorative button, because it's got like fancy silk material on it. I don't know if anybody knows. There's nothing written on it, and if there was, it's gone. That's pretty neat. Maybe an old button right there. Oh, I found a little squirrel or chippy skull here. I think it's a squirrel. Skull full of dirt. Anyway, right here, there's a big signal right here. I want to see what that is. Yeah, it looks like it's a metal rod of some sort. I got a possible coin signal right here. It's pretty choppy. It's probably mixed in with some trash. All right, I did get that nice signal, and I just saw the coin. I don't know if you could see it right there. I think it's another dime. See if I can get a date off of it. I don't think it's silver. It's way too corroded. That's a 1978, I think, right there. Pretty fried though. Looks kind of like the other dime we found. That's the second coin we found. Let's keep going. So I still have a decent signal in this hole right here, and I'm trying to clean the trash out so I could pinpoint it. And I found a little pellet for a pellet gun. I remember having these in my, you know, for your BB gun. Sometimes you could put pellets in certain ones. There you go. All right, let's detect around here in front of the main entrance of the home, and then we'll check up here in front of the north side of the house here, see if we can find anything. There is a storm rolling in though, and there's a a dog inside, so we don't want to make him too mad. We're not going to stick around too much longer. We'll cherry pick and see if we can get some nice coins and stuff out of here. This tone right here is like mid 60s, low 70s, and it sounds like it might be an old coin spill. Oh, it's an old pull tab. Let's see if there's anything else in this hole. Nah, there's nothing else in that hole. All right, man, I was getting a real good signal down here. I thought it was a coin for sure. And it's just a little grommet. All right, we're next to this big tree here in the front yard. And I got a really nice signal pretty far down. There might be some roots in the way. If there's too many roots, we're gonna skip it. But it's right there about 10 inches down. So right here under this root, right at the tip of my knife, there's a coin right there. It looks like a penny. It actually looks like a modern penny because it's shiny right there, but that could also be that I scraped the copper with my knife. So let's pry it out of there and see if we can get it without damage getting any further. That's way under that root right there. It's green, so it's copper. Man, it is really jammed in there. I'll dig away from the edges, then I could grab it. I'm 90% sure that's a penny there. Come on. Oh, there we go. I got it. Well, it is a Lincoln. It is a wheat penny. It's a wheat penny, I can tell, but it's really corroded. I can't seem to get a date off of it yet, but we'll check that out later. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's hard to read. 19 something. But yeah, that's a wheat penny. I know it's real hard to tell, but it is. All right, looking at it a bit closer, putting some spit on there, I'm able to make out 1940 Denver. So that's a 1940 wheat penny. There you can see the 1 cent a little bit there on the back. But yeah, I scratched it because I was really digging in there. And it was much less deep than I thought it was going to be. It was reading up as 8 inches. But I think that's because it was really jammed under that thick root down there. So it was reading up as deeper than it was. But that's awesome. All right, let's keep going here. We're in the front yard. Wheat penny was right there. Let's look around a little bit more. The signal here was slamming 60 solid. And it looks like some type of washer or something. But, yep. No coin. That sounds like a penny or a dime. Right there. Oh. Yo, we found some silver. That looks like a silver earring. Yeah, sterling right there on the back. I don't know if you can read it, but that is absolutely a silver earring. Thought it was a penny. Holy cow, that's awesome. Maybe it was your wife's grandmother's or something. It's pretty old. Awesome, sterling. Wow, we got silver, guys. That's awesome. Cool, let's keep looking around. And that was only an inch under the ground here, right in the garden area. Awesome. Right here, it looks like I found the remains of a old garden shovel, so I think we're in the old garden. I didn't find too much here, up in this area, but right behind me is where I found that silver earring. So that's interesting, old relic right there. All right, so we pretty much covered this entire front area here. We didn't get this entire property. This is 10 acres. This would take months and months, lots of work to be able to cover everything. But I think I cherry picked most of the most populated areas. We were able to get a few coins. We got some old stuff. We got a piece of silver jewelry, so this is definitely an awesome hunt. Let's go ahead and lay everything out over here and take a look at everything. So here we have that big metal bar right there. It's a piece of brass. Just your regular trash and everything, pull tab, a bunch of can slaw and foil. Found some barbed wire, a bunch of nails, this piece of electrical conduit looks like, a couple round items that were ringing up really nice. Had to dig them. Here's that old digging tool that we found, that old possible button. This is that ball bearing metal plate. Old pocket knife. Silver plated fork. A file. That little pellet from the pellet gun. Here we have two dimes from the 70s. We have that one wheat penny from 1940 Denver Mint. And of course the best find of the day here is a sterling silver earring with some kind of interesting stone in it. It's like a blue and white stone. And the funny thing is it has the backing on it, so it's not like it fell out of the person's ear. It was probably in their pocket or something, and it just fell out of their pocket. Alright everyone, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Links to merchandise and equipment in the description. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. I put out a new video every 3 days. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.